Hi everyone, welcome to the video for Cheltenham Day 3 2022. A difficult start yesterday with Tell Me Something Girl being brought down and looking like she was probably going to land one of our bets. But we go again. I'm recording the video before the racing on Day 2 and I'll just give you my assessment of each race as we go through. And I'll summarise at the end the possible bets, and I'll put a different video up with bets for Day 3 once I've seen how bad the ground gets and what the odds are this evening. So I'll get straight on with the racing for Day 3. The Turners doesn't need looked at for very long. It's a straight match between Gallopin, Deschamps and Bob Ollinger. And it's pay your money and take your pick, really. I wouldn't really have a pick out of the two. I think they're both very good horses. It'll be a nice race to watch, and I'll just wait for other races to bet. Really, this is just a two-horse race, and you can pick either and you'd have just as much chance. In the Pertemps, it's going to be interesting to see how this ground gets. I've fancied Dunboyne all season. I didn't know if he'd get in. He has got in at the foot of the weights. He's ridden by Jack Kennedy. I'll have to have a proper look at him. He's on my short list of 3. Dunboyne at 8-1. The other 2 on the short list are Sir de Burley, but he's only 6-1. He has won this race twice before, and he's got in here off a half decent mark, even though he's top weight, and he's got a £7 claimant on, so he has to have a chance. I wouldn't write him off at all. And the other one for me would be Honest Vic, who's an outsider, but just the outsider that I'd looked at. He's won here before over this course in distance. I think he might just have a squeak in this race, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him run a big race. So my short list of 3 for the Pertemps is Dunboyne, Sir de Burley and Honest Vic. The Ryanair, or the Bottler's Chase as I like to call it, because it just gives horses who don't want to run in the Gold Cap and the Champion Chase just a get out clause. It's just a Bottler's Chase, like I say. Allaho won it last year. He'll probably win it again. I feel he should go to the Gold Cap and give it a shot. When he ran as a 6-year-old, he nearly won the RSA, and I think he'd have a decent shot at the Gold Cap over 3 miles too. But he's coming here. He's beaten all these horses before. He's not going to prove anything, but the owners like to win at Cheltenham. Even though they've won plenty of races here before, they just want to win one more race rather than go for the elite race. That's what I would sort of do if I'd already won at Cheltenham quite a few times, but they are quite content to pick up an easy race, and we'll never see how good Allaho could have been over further because he'll mop these races up. So Allaho, but he's a short price and I wouldn't be backing him. The Stayers is full of quirky horses. All have their faults, but all could win. I'd be prepared to take a bit of a chance with all this forecast rain that Royal Kahala could run a good race. I think she's guaranteed to run well. They have been rewarded for waiting. I don't think she'd have liked the ground yesterday. A lot of rain forecast to fall today, and perhaps they'll get their ground tomorrow. So I'd take a chance on her in this race. I don't think she'll be on the bet video tonight, but I think she's got a decent chance. I think she's one of the ones guaranteed to run a race. She's won the Galway Hurdle, and I think I would just about go with her each way in the Stayers. I have to admit I'm very, very torn in the plate. I like 2. One of them's a short price, however, and that one is the Glancing Queen, who's got good form over the course. Went second to Lahon Press. It's going to be interesting to see how he does this afternoon. She was second to him, and she looked like she was going to give him a real race for quite a long time in that 2 mile 4 race. This is the same course and distance. I think she's got a great chance, but she's very short, really. The other horse I like in this race is Fusel Raffles at 12-1 for Nicky Henderson, whose horses are running really well at the festival. I know Muir and Suede have tried to win this race with a couple of good horses in the past. I do give Fussel Ruffles quite a good chance at 12 to 1. I think one of these will feature on the video. It's just which one I'll go with. I'm not really sure. It could be affected by the price on the Glancing Queen. If La Home Press wins today, the Glancing Queen could be into as short as 7 to 2, and then there'd be absolutely no value, although she'd be a very likely contender. There could be absolutely no value in her price by later this afternoon. The Mayor's Novice is a difficult race. I'd probably give a chance to one at a reasonable price and one at quite big odds. I thought Grandji was still in the mix when she fell last time out against Brandy Love and Allegorie de Vassy. I don't think she was totally done with, and at 8 to 1 she's been a little bit dismissed in the betting. She's got a reasonable chance in my opinion, and the other one that I looked at was Choice of Words. I think if I had to have a bet in this, I would go with Grandji each way. I think she's pretty much nailed on to run her race. She's got reasonable form in bumpers. She wasn't done with in that novice event. I think she's got a chance in this, and at 8 to 1 I'd probably make her my selection each way. The Kim Muir's a really good race. There's a few in here you could like. The two at the top of the market for Gordon Elliott have certainly got their chances. Mr. Fog Patches has got Patrick Mullins on. He's going to have a chance. I think the one I would just about go with is Schoolboy Hours for Noel Mead. I'm interested to see how his runner this afternoon gets on, Beacon Edge. His horses are in really, really good form. I've also heard a good word for the Gordon Elliott third string in Glen Low. He could be a massive gamble on the day. He's 16 to 1 now, and I think if the money came for him it would be very telling. 2 festivals, and I know he was laid out for the race, heavily backed, and he didn't make it to the race. And this is the third time they've tried to get him there. The big negative with this horse is that he's 11 years old. I think the solid option for me in the race is Schoolboy Hours, Noel Mead's horse. He won the Paddy Power at Christmas. He'll like the 3 mile too. He always looked like he was going to be a graded chaser. Now he's back in handicaps. He's not got a bad weight. He's got Derek O'Connor on board. And I think for me, he'd be the one that I'd say is the most solid of them all. Mr. Fog Patches will have his chance because he's run in a lot of big races, but he tends to finish second, third or fourth rather than win. I think for me, Schoolboy Hours could be progressing into the chaser they thought he might be, and I think he'd be my pick at 7 to 1. To summarise, it's very difficult not knowing how much rain's going to fall this afternoon. I want to have another quick look at the races before I put any bets up. We're already £95 down from day 1. I want to see how day 2 goes. I think it's fairly obvious the horses that could feature on the video are in Pertemps or in the Plate and in the Kim Muir. Perhaps Grandji, depending on having a more in-depth look at that Mayor's Novice, or perhaps Royal Kahala if it absolutely tips it down and it is very soft, could come into the reckoning. But I think they're more likely to be in the 3 handicaps. It is possible to get completely annihilated at this meeting. It looked like last season the whole bank was going to be lost. We've only got 2 small bets on the Wednesday, so I'm going to be really looking for a winner come Thursday. I'll be putting the video up with the bets on later this evening. This is just my preview video. I think I've mentioned all the horses who I'm interested in. I wouldn't think that anything will come out of left field to be on the video. Thanks for watching today. I hope you're having a good festival, and I hope you've enjoyed the racing so far this week. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.